Candlepin bowling is a New England tradition and a sport enjoyed by both girls and boys of all ages. Across 6 annual tournaments, we bring together the game's finest young talent in a celebration of bright futures, big scores, and bigger smiles. We are proud to introduce the new generation of bowling with Season 10 of Candlepin for Kids. To see old episodes and for more information, go to www.cp4k.com.
Greetings from Bogey Lanes in East Brookfield, Massachusetts. Candlepin for Kids, Division 2, Stop 2. Alongside Dan Goth here, I'm Rob Taylor. 2 newcomers in this matchup, and then 2 old veterans, including the return of the Hunter.
That's right, Rob. You called it just right. But unlike the last match where we had 2 newcomers and 2 veterans, this time we split them up. So we're going to have 1 newcomer on each team, 1 veteran on each team. Should make for a very competitive match. And I'll be looking forward to talking about this Orszulak competitor we have because I grew up with all the kids' brothers and sisters in my high school. So that's going to be interesting.
Should be fun to watch. We'll see if some of the veterans can give the rookies a few tips. Let's meet the bowlers.
The number 1 seeds, a hometown girl who last year outpaced all the bowlers at our team event, is joined by a rookie from Ware who paced all Division 2 bowlers with the 311 qualifying score. It's Becky Halbedel and Nathan Orszulak. Challenging them, another Bogey Lanes bowler and another rookie with a team state championship under her belt. She's joined by a show veteran with 5 straight years of Tournament of Champions appearances, but this time he tries to do it in an older age group. It's Kyla Lamothe and Hunter Johnson.
And away we go. This is Kyla Lamothe on lane 11. Go get him, Kyla. Right next to her is Becky Halbedel on lane 10. 2 more Bogey Lanes kids. You folks must be sick of seeing them by now, but they sure did well at their home house today. Becky all over that headpin.
I'm sick of seeing them in terms of our bank account. They're cleaning us out, making the high-low jacks.
Becky had a great day today, 322. She was coming up to me and updating me every step of the way, but she was doing awesome. Finished with a big 120 game, if I remember right.
Maybe she read your blog, Rob, on our website, www.cp4k.com, where you predicted she would do well.
And she gets the spare.
10.
It was a 10?
Yeah. She made a great shot trying to make the spare. She hit the 2 pins on the outside, which is where you want to hit it.
Thought Kyla was gearing up for another ball, so I figured it must have been her third.
The button just didn't have. Yeah, that's one thing we didn't go over with her. They're used to the automatic resets, and they have to hit the reset button here.
This is Kyla's first appearance on our show. She tossed a 291 today, which she has listed as her high triple.
Nice to set your personal highs when it means something.
We see that a lot here at Candlepin for Kids.
Competition brings out the best in some kids.
We see a lot of high triples of kids making this show. Her average also, as she makes a great play at that one, is 81, and she bowled way over it today. Becky all over the spare. Becky has thrived on our show before. She did incredible at our international team event last year, where Becky beat all of the bowlers in the match. So that included Division 3 boys, Division 3 girls. Just beat them all. She threw a 116 on our show. That beat the likes of Alex Hazert, Kylie Josefiak, lots of other big names.
For a bowler who sometimes doesn't want to bowl, you got to talk her into it.
It is funny. I remember her first event was at Fun Time Lanes, and we had to spend about 20 minutes convincing her to give it a shot. And now she is just coming onto the show and bowling balls like that, looking to carry the 6. Doesn't quite drop. Makes a play for a good ball by Kyla.
One thing, these kids had to, compete and beat a lot of competition today. I mean, we had, this was a record turnout for one of our tryouts that's held in Western Mass or Central Mass area.
48 kids came and competed today, which was just enough for us to get 4 per lane across 12 lanes.
I know, as much as we'd always like the extra people, I was almost glad we didn't have a 49th.
If we got like 60, it would have been fine,
yeah,
but 49 then, that's where we get a little iffy.
Most of them have
you've been
stuck around
saying all week how we'd get 25 or 30 probably at Bogey Lanes.
You have to talk negative, that way the, pleasantly surprised.
What a ball by Kyla. No negativity there. 8 pin, the last to fall. Great ball by the Bogey native, and that tightens this match right up.
I wonder if there's an advantage, Lane's astonished.
Ooh, nice bid by Becky. Becky Halbedel has her high single listed as 150. My goodness.
That's a high single.
That's massive. That's the highest in this match. Way ahead of even the boys.
And her high 5? I don't know.
She also threw her high triple today. So 2 ladies who threw their high triples to get onto our show. And Becky really seems like one who steps it up in order to, at some of these competitions, when the lights are on, she shines.
She's probably lying, but she lists me as her favorite bowler.
Becky,
I don't know where that comes.
Becky.
Well, you know, there's not a lot to choose from here.
She's one of my favorites, and she goes
Plus, she
and
picked Daniel Mann. She'd
ruins
be
her
a good
odds.
choice.
Becky a little off, so we've got a tight one.
Josh Lowell
Going
be a good
into
choice.
the half. Kyla not able to get the 10. She'll finish at 53. Becky waiting for her balls to come back. 10 will give her a 1-pin lead.
And that's the half, 53.
So 2 strong halves from our young ladies.
It's a good string, 53, good half.
So 1 pin the difference in favor of the newcomer Kyla Lamothe. She will be working with Hunter Johnson on lane 11.
The return of Hunter Johnson.
That's
what
right.
a story.
Hunter Johnson owned our show for about the past 4 or 5 seasons.
It seems like a decade.
It has been incredible. He had some really big rivalries with the likes of Nate Fontaine, Cole Fry. This year he moved up to Division 2 where he faces some very difficult competition. Michael Pelchat threw a 350 at our first stop. Aaron Souza is always throwing big games. Jacob Robishow's in there, a few others. Hunter was able to take them all down today.
It's a big step to make that move, from 11 and under to 12 to 14, because you're 12, and typically the 14-year-olds are a lot bigger and stronger and throw the harder ball, and there's a lot of them compared to how many kids come from 11 and under.
Hunter tossed a 306. That was enough for second place. Nathan was 5 pins ahead of him at 311.
And here he's bowling against Nathan Orszulak. And that's where I mentioned, I think I misspoke earlier when I said I bowled against a lot of, I grew up with a lot of Nathan's brothers and sisters. I'm sure at this point
They'd be pretty old.
Aunts, uncles, and maybe grandparents.
Yeah, if you're facing Nate's brothers, they'd be getting up there.
He's from Ware, Massachusetts, and that's why I grew up with a lot of his relatives.
Your hometown as well.
Yeah, I grew up in Ware.
And your old home bowling alley, if I remember right.
Yeah, Rollaway Lanes. You can see he's got a Rollaway Lanes shirt. I was told that he and 2 others showed up today. They screen printed their own shirts just for this event.
That's true. It's Sienna Harper, I believe.
The Terminators.
Who's here as well. It's
They're
pretty
the
neat
Terminators
shirt.
team. Rollaway Lanes and Ware. Got a flaming ball on the back of the shirt.
Hunter gets a 9.
I do notice it's a 10-pin ball, though. I'm at the fault to take a few points off for that.
Style points.
It might be why he lobbed that last ball. He's used to 10-pin, building up the arm muscles and get a little under it.
Probably.
He's a good kid. I watched him bowl today. Bowl pretty well.
The ball does have holes in it. I know Paramount has released a Candlepin ball that has a hole in it. Which
Paramount,
is
one of our biggest sponsors, Rob.
Yeah, they've been very good to us, and
They
it's an odd
donate.
bowling ball. I can't see bowling with my
It
thumb
bounces,
in a ball.
because when that little hole hits the lane.
Nice shot by Hunter Johnson. That's his first spare in Division 2 on our show. And
He
making
didn't
a nice
need
play
any
for it as
holes
well.
in the ball to make it.
He did not.
He didn't need any.
Trying
They
to
made
put
it
some holes
clean.
in the pins, but no
That's
holes
right.
required. Nathan
Paramount.
looking for the pins.
They
Nice,
donate
Ken.
2 sets of bowling balls and bags for us every year, which we're giving away to kids who get double strikes here or make a strike when the head pin is the orange and blue pin.
So tough 3 fill for Hunter.
Don't know if we've ever really explained. Orange and blue are our show's team colors, our show colors.
Oh, the folks at home know that, Dan.
Yeah.
Come on. How could anybody
Don't
not
take
know?
anything for granted.
Come on, if they're watching this show right now, they saw our logo during the opening intro sequence, so everybody knows we're blue and orange, but those pins were generously donated by Garland Pins Manufacturing from up in Maine. They saw our article in the Boston Globe and said, bet you guys could use some pins. And we said, darn right we do.
It's been great, Rob. Sponsors and donors have been coming out of the woodworks to be a part of something that you've made valuable. Everybody wants a piece of us now, and that's good.
Thank you, Dan.
I think the kids are the biggest winners here.
So speaking of winners, going into this half, there is currently a 6-pin lead in favor of Hunter Johnson and Kyla Lamothe. Marks on the end here are going to be big. Could really shift the tide of this one.
Coming up in Smoke the Shoe, I'll be taking on a Haverhill native and Corey Hawkins, someone you see bowl a lot, Rob.
I do. He's improved tenfold over the
Should I
past
be
year.
worried?
The kid's good. He threw a 120 something in his first game today,
I'm
maybe
a little
129.
worried. A little worried.
Kid's got a good ball. Nathan's got a good ball as he looks for the spare. Gets a little away
A little
from him.
nervous on that one. Held on a little long.
Hunter not able to get the pin, so Nathan with the chance to chip this one to 3 if he can get the 10. Make it 4, so single digits the difference in this one. We've got a tight one. Watch Smoke the Shoe after the break.
Welcome back to Candlepin for Kids. That's the name of our show, right?
Yep.
And your name is?
Corey Hawkins.
The trick questions, I always get them with those. If I get them thinking about these trick questions, so you won't be able to focus on the pins. That's my strategy anyway. Do you have a strategy for beating me, Corey?
Just have the ball good.
Rob predicted you'd probably take me down. He said you've been throwing 120s today.
Yep.
You know how this works, right? You're going to get some money for trying. All you got to do is beat or tie me, and you win 10 and 20 if you throw strike. Did you know that?
No.
You got an orange pin up there to home in on. Think it'll help?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to hand the microphone off to one of these guys. They can make fun of me, give you a little advantage, and good luck.
That's what we do best. I've got some of my contestants here. Let's start with you, Nathan. Who do you like in this matchup?
Not Shu.
Not Shu. It's a good choice. I like Corey too. Kyla, first time on Candlepin for Kids. How's it going for you so far?
Good.
Smoke the Shu. This is a big part of our show. Shu with a half Worcester right now. How do you think Corey's going to do? What's your prediction for his first ball?
I think Corey's going to do pretty good.
Any prediction for his first ball? Number?
Get in there!
I would guess 4 at this point. That's our best bet. Hunter Johnson now. Shu's up there. What's Shu's weakness in bowling? What do you think?
Being overconfident, cocky. Like last year when I was here at Bogey, when I took on Nathan Fontaine in the lower division, when he messed up with Aaron's brother, when he slipped over the foul line, giving Aaron the easy win.
That's Shu's weakness in life, really, is overconfidence, but it's not going to be enough for him now. Ties win on our show. Corey Hawkins with the victory ball. He hones in on that 7-pin. Corey Hawkins has smoked the Shu. Join us after the break.
You lost.
Here we go, half number 2. Becky Halbedel's on lane 11. Go get him, Becky. And our statistician, Billy O'Malley, before the stat becomes obsolete, Becky is averaging 6.6 pins on her first ball, and there she is right again with 6 more on her first
It also
ball.
says she's left only 4 pins standing in the first half. That's always key to winning close matches.
Especially one-string matches, that gets lost. Great try, by the way. Kyla just off.
I kind of thought it might go. Kind of tight in the pocket. Hope that front pin catches the left side of the 5
and if it catches
to the 10,
exactly
yeah.
the back of that 5-pin, can give it a shot. Becky just off there. And nice little shot there. Great out. So as you mentioned, pinning so important. In one-string matches, you really think of one-string matches as almost a race to see who can get the most marks for the most part. But when you can pin, that gives you almost some leeway with those marks. You can get one fewer and still go head-to-head with somebody.
When you look at the real reasons why someone like in the younger age group, like a Nate Fontaine, wins so many matches, you're looking it's because he doesn't throw any boxes lower than a 9.
It's true. And when your opponent, puts a 6 or a 7 up there, you do it twice. That's 6 or 7 pins, and that's another mark.
You throw 1 or 2 marks, you're right. Your opponent can throw 3, and suddenly you find yourself even because you're not leaving any bad boxes. Your opponent throws a 7 or a 6 or something. Yeah, and speaking of that, it's only a 2-pin match now.
It is.
Chance to knock it down to even if she cleans this up. Still 2 pins.
Well, stay 2.
Very competitive.
It is. Kyla Lamothe. Again, this is her first Candlepin for Kids appearance. She's only 13 years old.
She's pretty tall.
She is tall for 13, that's true. She's also an artist, which is pretty neat.
It's a great ball by Becky Halbedel.
And she's a little disappointed after that one to be looking at the triangle.
I don't know if she's disappointed. Isn't the diamond the girl's best friend?
Oh,
She's got her best friend up
brilliant, Dan.
there. Said you pay me the big bucks for these insights.
Why we do it. Insightful. Becky just off a tougher shot on Kyla's lane, looking to go off the wall, unable to do it. And again, pinning so important.
A couple more Bogey Lanes competitors here.
On the boys' side, a couple finally managed to break through this bogey monopoly we had going. 5 pins now the difference. And keeps bouncing back and forth.
So this will be interesting.
I'm wrong, actually. It's a 3-pin difference.
Yeah.
It is 3 pins in favor of Lamothe. Right on that head pin, though. Becky. That's one you can shake your head at.
That's ugly.
A lot better on Kyla's lane, nearly getting that pin to trickle back. Becky playing the wood. She probably would have had to have been on the cap to even give that one a shot. Maybe would have been better off in the pins. Kyla now looking to reel this one in. Ooh, boy.
A great try.
Odd piece of wood. It looked like it would be helpful the whole way.
Yeah.
And I believe that was an 8 for Becky. Would you say that one hit the wood first?
See, I actually didn't see it at all.
It was good?
Is that an 8 on that one, you think?
Billy thinks it was good. We'll go with good.
I will say this. I didn't see it at all. I wasn't looking, Rob. But I do talk to some people who watched our last match, and they criticize us for not calling a ball that slipped into the
We
gutter.
need a camera
Now
at
I
the
feel
ready
bad.
for instant
I wish
replay.
I had seen it. Yeah, let's go to the replay cam. We need the NFL officials.
So now Kyla's got a pretty piece of wood in between the 4 and the 7 that should help her, makes the 4 horsemen a little bit easier. On it. Oh, she's not on it, just off.
What'll be interesting is, contrary to this one, here we've got on lane 10 the rookie bowling the first half of the string. The veteran Hunter finishing the game up. It'll be interesting. So now we're going to have the rookie finishing the game up on lane 11. With a small lead, right?
Tight match. I believe the difference is 2.
2 for the
2 pin difference in favor of Hunter.
Hunter, okay. All right, so the veteran has the 2-pin lead. And here's our newcomer.
Both of these guys very evenly matched, about a 90 each. Hunter right on that headpin, leaves himself a diamond. Nathan, your tough shot to make. Your mind almost goes on to pinning right off the bat.
Now it's
Makes
tough.
things difficult. Hunter's on it. Nice shot by Hunter and a critical spare.
Pumped the arms before the ball even got there. He was sure about that one.
Nathan looking for the out. Oh boy.
That's a tough leave to look at for a third ball. We all know it.
You worry even if you hit the headpin, there's
Yeah,
still the
6.
chance you only get
Yeah.
6. It's definitely a tough one. So now Hunter in the driver's seat, 7-pin lead plus a ball.
And it's sort of a lesson to be learned in the box, too. If you half whister on one side, the best thing you can do in your second ball is be very aggressive. If you try to be a little bit conservative on your second ball, you wind up punching the other side out.
It's true.
Like you did.
Hunter bumps it up to 13. Nathan's going to need a mark to start
leave.
bouncing back into this. That looks good. Nice shot by Orszulak. So he answers back. Hunter with the chance, though. And they both flip,
Hunter.
so great shot by Hunter Johnson. Key spare there, especially in terms of momentum.
Hunter going second gets to see how Orszulak plays the shot. Not that you
little
really
bit
need to see
different.
how to play the 4 horsemen.
Yeah, there's
with
a
wood behind
spot.
it.
There's a spot. Big ball here from Nathan. Buries it, leaves just a 9.
Hunter, a pretty good ball.
Hunter a little off, but he's still in pin still. So now Nathan again. It's 3 great shots from Nathan. 3 great
Hunter's
balls from
chance
Nathan.
comes up on the Hall of Fame ballot. I'm going to remember these pins he's stealing.
The character clause. Orszulak with 2 in a row.
Now that one did slip in the gutter for Hunter, but it didn't take any pins down. But he does take his own wood out.
So
wood would have
now
helped him with it
pinning
easy.
so important. This can get it down to single digits.
Aggressively goes for the head pin and
Great
does
shot.
take out a 9. It's nice.
Keeps it 10. 10 minus a ball.
3 marks in a row here, interestingly enough, too. The turkey. For
2 in a row.
2 in a
It
row.
is 3 in a row. I apologize.
No, Hunter didn't make a mark. Did he?
He did not, no. O'Malley does have the score. Nathan now making a big play at this spare. Again, 4 pins of difference. He's on it. Oh boy, tough luck there. What a try by Hunter. That is a hard shot.
If the wood, he had this bouncing wood, and if it didn't slip off the back of the lane, it was turning to the 5 pin.
Great pinning by Nathan. The difference now 3.
Rookie behind by 3. Both bowlers, again, heading for hundreds, 100 or better.
Definitely a good match.
It's good for both their averages are around 90, so they're both heading for 10 over their average.
Now big first ball here for Nathan. On that head
a
pin.
good ball.
Oh, but full.
Looks so good leaving his hand.
Pinning important now. Hunter, not with the best first ball. Could still get a 7 or so.
I'd trade, though. I mean,
Yeah,
I'd take
same.
that one. Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
So now Hunter can seal the deal with more than 7. Now,
Not
of
sealed
course,
yet, but
he's got to make a spread eagle.
we make at least 9. Do it a little hard.
It's
Yeah,
a
go
little
right down
bit
the hole
through.
again.
Great try by Nathan Orszulak. He gave this one an awesome run, but Hunter Johnson is headed back to our Tournament of Champions. How about that? He's owned Division 1. You're going to see him in Division 2 now. You're also going to see him in the high-low jack. High-low jack time. It's Becky Halbedel up first.
She's a little
Runner-up-
shy. Didn't
runner-up-
want to come up first.
I know. It's interesting. She is extremely shy, but she interviews well. She speaks well on the show. I don't know if she's taking her time. Go get him, Becky.
We need to give her a little push. Oh,
Just
good.
off.
I was expecting the ball to come back left. I thought she twisted her wrist that way, but apparently she didn't.
Becky Halbedel. It amuses me every time whenever I see a favorite food of tacos. I don't know why I get a kick out of that, but I do. Becky making a nice try there, taking 2 out.
It gives her a chance to earn $5 extra if she cleans up to 7.
She also insists that her hobbies are sports, but not cheerleading. And she was emphatic about that. Nice 10 by Becky Halbedel.
Okay. Hope she reminds me to give her 5 extra on her
Up
card.
next is Kyla on lane 10. Go get him, Kyla.
School, Wire Village. Is that a real school?
I've never heard of it, but interesting. Kyla's a winner on her first time on the show. She also came in first in teams at her states tournament.
That's impressive.
13-year-olds becoming quite a force to be reckoned with. Look at this!
The first
Makes
bowler
the
ever to
7-10.
make the
But not the headpin. How about that?
We have that on film.
Yikes.
So we have a 710 on film now.
Doesn't get the headband.
Think about that. We actually have another 710 on film.
I really
Pretty
wish
impressive.
that bounced back to take the
I wanted it
headband.
to. I could see it coming.
There was a way it could have fallen off the wall.
Would have been the only high-low jack made 710 headband.
So Kyla makes a 7-10 split, but not the high-low jack, so not quite enough. It's a shame she didn't do it in a different order. So now Nathan Orszulak's shot. What a run he gave in this match.
Bit of a quiet young man.
He deserved something better in that last box. On that headpin, clutch first ball.
Same ball.
Maybe this is what he deserves.
And
oh,
the
a
same
little
thing.
full.
Probably would have had a spread eagle if all the pins were up again.
So now he just needs Kyla to teach him how to make this one.
Exactly.
Nothing
Turn around,
difficult.
hand the ball to Kyla.
He's on it. Ball
Try to
kind of
get-
bounced. It was weird.
It's a cricket.
Interesting. Nathan's got a hobby is baseball card collecting. That's pretty neat.
I haven't seen too many baseball card
Not
collectors
anymore,
in the last
certainly.
20 years.
Of course, I was a big MLB Showdown buff, which was
True.
baseball cards that played against each other.
yeah,
Nathan
nice
getting all
job.
3. That's great bowling.
That is $5 extra.
3 object pins, burying the headpin. Give Nathan a lot of credit there. So finally, Hunter Johnson. He has looked at this shot a lot of times in his career. We got word over the break that this is his 6th consecutive year in the Tournament of Champions. Do the math, that means he made it when he was 6. Nice try there.
When he let the ball go, I didn't think he was even going to be close to the head, but he just barely missed it.
He lists his proudest accomplishment as getting on the 12 to 14 show for the first time.
It's so much harder. You know, I think he appreciates it now.
And when you're 12,
Competing against mostly 13s and 14s,
absolutely right.
it's like being in a 13 and 14-year-old gym class when you're 12. That's a little intimidating, too.
His hidden talent is also listed that he can bust a move randomly. I'd love to see him do it. He
We're
certainly
gonna
can.
ask
We'll talk to him about it after the break.
Dan takes his smoke the shoe matches seriously, and so do our kids, where a few rivalries emerged during our trip in the gutter.
Do you guys get in fights?
A lot.
What's like the best fight you've had with your sister that you can think of?
We hit each other.
What do you think of Tim as a partner?
Yeah, I want to be a partner.
Really?
Yeah.
No. If I'm against people that are older than me, I kind of do better. It's like I want a challenge.
You are coming to so many of our stops. What is it you like about this stuff?
Oh, I like everything about it. Like to be interviewed and bowl with other kids that I don't know and all that other stuff.
I like the environment. It's fun to see all the kids bowling, and you have a shot to be on TV. So.
Let's hear it, everybody. Welcome back on Candlepin for Kids. Shu is with our runners-up.
Yeah, I'm here with Becky and Nate. Becky, you've been on our show quite a few times now, huh? Ever since that time we convinced you to try out several years ago, right?
Yeah.
Home house? Do you enjoy bowling at Bogey more than some of the other places we bowl?
Yeah.
Gives you a big advantage?
No.
No?
No.
Same pins fall the same everywhere?
Yeah.
What do you like best about Candlepin for Kids?
The money.
The most honest answer I have ever heard of this. And you got, but speaking of money, you got 5 extra today, but clean up the high-low jack and 3 balls.
Yeah.
So do you feel pretty confident shooting at that now that you've had it a few times?
No.
Still a tough shot to make?
Yeah.
Can I get you to answer anything other than yes or no?
No.
No, I didn't think so. To move on, what did you think of Nate, by the way? Is he a rookie? Is he a good partner to have?
Yeah.
Would you like to see him again if you try it out on the next stop? Would he be a good guy to draw?
Yeah.
That's cool. Maybe you will. That'd be kind of cool to get the same rematch against these guys. Tight match, Nate, all the way through, neck and neck. First time you're bowling on the show. Is that something you've experienced? Can you equate this to anything else you've ever done, this type of pressure?
Not really.
Never had any other tight match, maybe in bowling or anything, in baseball or anything like that?
Nope.
How did it feel?
Great.
Were you nervous or anything like that?
A little.
Do you think the nerves helped?
No.
You bowl out of where normally? Have you ever bowled here before?
Yeah, I have. Over the summer, and
League or just for fun?
just for fun.
How do you compare the two houses? In your home house, do you think it's about the same, or is this place a little easier?
I think this place is a little easier, but I do good both places.
That's good. You definitely have what it takes. We'd love to see you come again for the Park Place tryout where our last stop is. I think you guys would have a great chance of being the #1 seed there. Any chance we're going to see you all the way up there? Is it too far for you?
It's too far for me. So.
Oh, come on. Maybe Dan or somebody can drive you. We'll work on them, okay? In either case, I hope we see you guys back again sometime soon. Turn it over to Robbie with the champs. Robbie?
Tight match. I'm here with Kyla, Lamothe, and Hunter Johnson. We'll start with you, Kyla. You just told me before this that you were nervous during the match and you're still nervous now. Has that gone? You're still nervous?
Yeah.
Now? All right, we'll try to make this as painless as possible. What was it like bowling on our show? You've never done it before.
It was fun.
Clearly there was extra pressure because of all of the people. How did you try to deal with that pressure?
Just try to have fun, and that's it, really.
Well, it's fun, and it's definitely fun when you win, too. Now, you did something pretty incredible on that high-low jack. You made the 710 with no wood. Do you know how rare that is?
No, I don't.
It's extremely rare, making the 710 with no wood, Dan.
We had it on one film. Rob and I have been trying to find that film for ages. Go look it up online. You can't find any footage of it. That's how rare it is.
So you did something that some bowlers never do in their entire life. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel great. It does.
We've got the Tournament of Champions in March. You guys are going to be a threat in it. How are you planning on gearing up for that Tournament of Champions?
Practice.
Going to hit the lanes a few more times?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on bowling today. Hunter Johnson, this is your 6th consecutive year making the Tournament of Champions. Your dad just told me. That's got to feel pretty awesome.
Yeah, it does.
And this year's a little bit different for you, moving up in age group. How did that change the whole dynamics of this show?
It just, I put like this piece of advice that my dad told me: go down low, strike with fury and passion.
You struck with a lot of fury and passion up there. You threw a great ball, neck and neck match. Nathan was making a run at you with a couple marks there. How are you trying to deal with that?
Just keep going all out, do my best, no matter what.
And now you're competing against a few older kids in this age group in that Tournament of Champions. Do you think you can hang up there with them? How are you going to try?
Just keep using the same strategy that I did on this day and possibly try to win.
All right. Well, it's going to be fun to watch. We've got the whole triumvirate back. You, Cole, and Nate are all going to be on our show, so that's going to be a lot of entertainment for the folks at home.
I know, the three horsemen or three amigos back again, right? It's going to be fun. I can't wait. And now we're going to move on. Our next episode, watch some older kids. Some of them huge kids throw the ball really hard. Wonder if the action is going to be different than what we saw with these guys. It'll be fun to find out.
Should be interesting. We've seen some rare stuff today. 2 straight high-low jacks and then a 7-10 split conversion. We'll see if the older kids can top it. Thank you for joining us here on Candlepin for Kids. Thanks for watching. For all our episodes, go to www.cp4k.com. Thanks to our entire Candlepin for Kids staff, and thanks to the folks at Bogey Lanes for having us today. Alongside Dan Gauthier, I'm Rob Taylor. Thanks for watching Candlepin for Kids.
You said we wouldn't miss Boudreaux.
Or we did it last time. Maybe if you contacted him. Do your job, Sue.
CP4K. So negative, Rob. You're so negative.
2 jobs. Get candy and contact Boudreaux, and you fail at both.
Just for that.
Hey, we don't need Boudreaux.
Fine. Be like that. I'm eating your ticket.
Just saying.
And you just have a good time. Even if you lose, you're glad you came.
Now, is Shu part of the reason that it's a good time? Because he's doing a few antics back there. What's your take on Shu? Give me your analysis.
Shu's awesome.
He's something, all right?
He is something.